Hi, everybody. Welcome to Home and Beyond with Adele. Hey, hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's doing great. I'm just waiting a little minutes. Let's take a look at this, and we will be right back with Home and Beyond.
We give you praise. We bless your name. Oh, oh, come on, come on, come on.
Come on, come on, come on. That's a beautiful song right there from Sinach, our beloved mother in the music world. Hey, this is Home and Beyond with Adele. How are we all doing? Good to see us today again. I want to say, please, if you are watching this for the first time, please kindly subscribe, right? Subscribe so you always be among the first to get this when we come live or upload another video. And do well to comment. Let us know what topic you'd like to also treat under Home and Beyond. And again, I just want to give a little heads up on what Home and Beyond is all about. Home and Beyond is here to show us how we can thrive over negative things that happen to us from home, from community, from school, work, and you name it. So, home and beyond, life happens in a way that it makes us come together with other people in little circles in life. Maybe in the circle of a school, maybe you picked up a job and you have to do the job for like 3 weeks and then you're done, or a year. And then you know some people from that job and you moved on. Things that happen in that little circle, maybe the circle of a course, maybe the circle of marriage, in-laws, maybe the circle of family, siblings born in the same home. How do we thrive over things that came to us, of course, from people we do not expect, or even, you don't expect negative things from people. There's nobody with a tag like I'm going around to do negatives. Well, so today you're welcome, and we believe and hope that and pray also that this episode today is going to be a great blessing and a piece of encouragement to you and those around you. Just a little heads up before we go on. Next week we're having a um live testimony. So someone is going to on board, come on live to share their testimony. But today we are drawing our characters out of the book. And sometimes we get characters from books we have read, books of people's testimony they wrote and share how they thrive over the ills, the negativity, the bad experiences that they have, how they overcame. And we want to share that so it can be a blessing to you and to others. All right, so today we are picking our inspiration or our characters from the Holy Book, and we're looking at the David and the Joseph. Let's just go back a little from the episode we had last week about Jacob and Esau. And we saw how the whole thing boomeranged. Esau, who was spoken over to be a servant to Jacob, it didn't happen. And that's what happens when you don't hold things from the past, pains from the past, bad experiences from the past. If you decide to let go of those things, it your way is going to open. And of course, the plan or the plot of whoever hurt you, whether they did it intentionally or not, will not come to pass. All right, they will not come to pass. So today we want to look at Jacob. I'm sorry, something's trying to cover my thing. So we're going to look at Jacob and Esau. This is two beautiful family from two parents that made great errors in their days as they were growing. So we see David made a lot of errors. If you are someone that is familiar with the Bible, or maybe you're someone that is given to the Bible, you know the story of David, how he messed up, took somebody's wife, a lot of things he did. We're not going to go back to that. But we want to say that there are some things that happen in life that can come from parents to children if the children do not guard their hearts or their behaviors. So David did a lot of errors, but this is one character or person in the Bible that I love so much. Why? Because David was that person who wants to make the wrongs right. He wants to right every wrong in his life and he wants to do it quick. He didn't want any wrong to go on for long. He was quick to resolve with God, quick to resolve with children, quick to resolve with family members, quick to resolve even with friends that hurt him. All right. Then we have Jacob, who was our character of last week. He is that guy who grew up to be the father that also made a lot of mistakes. Well, we're looking at their children today. We want to look at David's son Absalom and Jacob's son Joseph. And we want to see what happened and how. We're going to start with Joseph. Joseph, as we gather from the story around his life, was the child that Jacob, his father, loved him so much. And that one brings us to the first point of today. Do not show preferential treatment to siblings, to children in the open too often. Sometimes you may want to correct other kids by rewarding a child, which is good, to reward a child, to provoke the others to good actions or good behavior. But it should be a reward, not just because, not like something you do again and again for one particular child, one specific child under your roof or under your care. It might be you are a boss and you keep showing preferential treatment to one particular employee. You're going to hurt the feelings of others. You might want to reward an employee for a good job, which is something that everybody encourage. I mean, every corporation encourage that, right? And you maybe want to be, maybe you are a teacher and you keep showing preferential treatment to this particular student or people. It's not right. So we see a Jacob who kept showing love to Joseph, and that hurt the feelings of his siblings. They were not happy. To make matter worse, Joseph began having dreams. In fact, it tells us that this is a child that the hand of the Almighty was upon. So he had great destinies because he had begun having dreams of how he was going to rule. He was going to rule not only the world, and children have those beautiful dreams. He was going to rule his own parents, his own siblings, and that just made the whole thing blew up. The siblings could not take it anymore. They began plotting. Cost long story short, they sold him. From trying to kill him, threw him in the pit, and then sold him to strangers, to another country, another world. And sometimes I just want to pause and just think of what Joseph was thinking, what was going on in his mind as he journeyed to the world of the unknown with strangers, people he doesn't know, people he has never, maybe not used to, and then he was sold to another family by these strangers. And I just kind of sometimes wonder, and I like to pause to bring out our point for number 2 for today. Think, give it thought. Whenever you want to do an action or take an action or carry out an action that might hurt someone, give it thought. Just pause and ask yourself, how is that person going to feel? How is this person going to take this? How are they going to react? What is going to become, how are they going to take the whole thing? What is going to become of them, or how is it going to be in your heart? You have to stop and give it thought. And please try to put yourself in people's shoes before you do things, especially in the family especially at home with your siblings. If you're going to take somebody's shoe to hide it when they are planning to use it for their birthday, think of how they're going to process. How are they going to process that? So I sometimes just want to think of how Joseph, what was going on in his hand. I believe he was just like, what are you doing? What are you guys up to? And then they pull him out of the pit and put him on the back of a donkey or something. I don't know what they used to transport him. And I believe he was crying like, where are they taking me to? Why are you guys letting me to? Reuben, Simeon, where are you guys down? What is going on? Who are these people? Why are they taking me to? Always think. Well, they sold him and he went to this new house, new home, strange home in a strange foreign land. And then the wife of the boss began plotting how to molest him. And Joseph, the only thing that I really see from this story that talks about what he took from all that the brother did to him was the fear of God. He feared God. And he even said to his boss's wife, I fear God. So we see that upon all that happened to Joseph, the one thing he held onto was the fear of God. And that saved him a lot. Okay, let's pause with Joseph here. Or maybe we go a little further. Joseph, because of what happened in his boss's house, he was cast into prison. So from the pit to the strange home with a strange wife, and then to the prison. And in the prison, we still see this guy portraying a beautiful sense of humor, kindness. He was made the leader in the prison. And one day he came and saw that his colleague prisoners were not happy. And he was like, hey, God, what's going on? Why is everybody's face cast down or downcast? And they said, oh, we had a dream. I had a dream last night. The other one said, I had a dream last night. And this is what happened. We can get somebody to interpret our dream. And he was like, hey, come on. Interpretations belongs to God. Tell me your dream and I'll help you out. And they did. And he told them the interpretation of their dreams. And he added, guys, when this thing comes to pass, when this happens, please remember me. So the third point we are bringing out today is share your pain. Share what you're going through. Share. Don't keep it. Share. Because Joseph shared with his colleague prisoners and told them, I am a Hebrew. I was sold as a slave. I did nothing wrong, even with my slave master, for him to have cast me into this prison. Please, when you come to the king, remember me and tell the king my plight. They forgot about him for 2 good years. Joseph did not still keep it in heart. He forgave. He just let go. How do we know he let go? We'll come back to conclude the story of Joseph because we want to end this whole thing with on a beautiful note, because the point here is to show us how we can thrive. And that's why as we go on, we give you the points that you need to take down. How you can thrive over those things. Is it a rape case? Is it an abuse case? Is it a domestic violence case? Is it divorce? Is it a cheat? Is it blackmail? Is it falsehood? Whatever it is that you are dealing with, please share. Get someone to share. That's the third step on how to thrive over the ills that happen at home that can affect you in your beyond. You got to share. Sometimes people are careful, and of course, you have to be careful to whom you share, but at least tell somebody. Even if you don't have anybody, the only person you can share, you're not even sure the person, I would say share. Take the risk and share. A risk, something has already happened. Just share. You know, it's like armed robbers that go out to steal and then meet a gang that is trying to kill somebody. And then they began fighting with the gang to kill, to attack, to stop the gang from killing the person. They were out to harm, but they met another harm and they tried to save because the person called out, help, help. So I would say, even if you're not sure of who to share, the people that you have around you, you are not even confident of what they would do. Sometimes you just have to just share, because they might end up helping you. Something negative has already happened. Sometimes people will say, oh, if you share, they might also take advantage of you. Yeah, it's true, but go with your feelings. Go with some, with some, assess the situation. But the point here is, please do share. Do share. And God will always bring somebody that you can tell. And if it's a child, share. If you're a wife, share. If you're a husband going through abuse in your home, share. Child in school, share. Colleague at job, share. Just do well to share. And let's go over to David's family and see what happened there and how they handled it. So we're looking at his son Absalom. Absalom happened to be the son of David, who had a sister who was abused by their stepbrother, raped. All right. And it hurt the whole family because even David was not happy. It was a taboo. It was something very, very bad that happened to the whole kingdom. I mean, the whole palace. And so David was, as the father, was dealing with this thing. But because it was Absalom's immediate sister from the same mother, the same mom, Absalom took it to heart and began plotting how he was going to kill his own stepbrother. He didn't even let his parents, handle the situation. And that is an error right there, because sometimes things happen in the family because we have paired, families that are paired up. This one is close to this one, especially polygamous homes, polygamous family. I'm so happy with as I heard that other parts of the world where polygamy is not even mentioned. Well, if you find yourself where that is being practiced, then that is already a breeding ground for siblings rivalry, strife at home, and all kinds of issues, you name them. So Absalom, stepbrother, raped his sister, and he began plotting how he was going to kill Ammon. He didn't even let the matter in the hands of the dad. He took matters into his own hands because that was his sister. Well, he killed him, and then he escaped. Friends of his dad, Joab especially, plotted out the whole scheme out the whole thing for David to forgive Absalom and bring him back. And the David we know that we talked about from the beginning forgave him and brought him back to the kingdom, to the palace. Absalom would have at this point, because the greatest pain is on the dad, right? His son raped his daughter. You can imagine how the dad would feel. Another son killed the stepbrother. Another trouble, pain in his heart. But this guy still went ahead being whom we already described to be, to forgive his son and bring him back to his house. This child, Absalom, would have just come and said, and if you're a child, you're watching this, or you're an adult, but you're a child, please leave matters in the hands of parents to handle. If parents are not doing the right thing, then go for counseling. Tell a counselor. But do not take grievous decisions into your own hands and carry out things that can instead break the heart of the parents. Do something that everybody can praise you for. Do something that everybody will say, oh, you did this thing happened to the family, you did this, and you resolved the whole issue. Kudos to you, thumbs up to you, good job. Those do things that people can praise you for. Don't carry out actions that will instead bring down the family, or bring down, I don't go by family name. No, bring down the emotions, break the heart of people. I treasure people than the name of the family, right? We're not looking at all to preserve. There are some families that they hide negative things just to preserve the family names, and people are dying. That's wrong. Do good things to help people in the family. The presence of in the family. That's what um that's what is important. That is what matters. That's what matters. The feelings of the people, what they're going through, what is happening. Well, we see Absalom here did that and he was forgiven and he came back. He came back, he wasn't satisfied. He was still up to another plot. How, he was out to play the whole revenge. Well, you may say, as a Bible scholar, that there was already a judgment upon David that was going to happen to his family. But the judgment did not specify who it was going to come through to. The prophecy or the whatever judgment did not say, okay, this thing is going to happen to you, it's going to come through Absalom. It could have come through any other body, any other person, but Absalom, because he nursed revenge in his heart, right? He didn't want to let go what Ammon did to his sister. He didn't want to put that in the past. He held on to it and he was exposed. And so that's another lesson to learn. Let go so you will not be exposed to future evil. Let go. Let go. So Absalom didn't let go. He came back. His heart was now big enough to start, plotting out how he could take the kingdom from his dad. So he plotted out and killed his brother, because he did that through a feast setting, pretending to organize a feast and then killed his brother. He told his guards, plot him and kill him. Now he came back, having received pardon from the father. Some people say state pardon. He plotted to take over the kingdom from his dad, which he did. And the dad, being a peaceful guy, decided to escape. David would have just said, what? When he heard what Absalom was doing, if he was that kind of wicked parent or that kind of person that do not want to solve issues as quick as possible, David would have rallied his army and said, what? Let's go after him. I'm a man of war. No, he said, let's get out of this place before Absalom gets to us. I believe he did that because of a fatherly heart. He knew if his army was going to face Absalom, he would kill his beloved son, and he didn't want his son to die. That would be the second son dying. And we even see that down the story when they actually had to go fight army for army, Absalom's army and David's, those who were loyal to David, because Absalom had won the heart of the nation, and the loyal armies of David were going to face Absalom. David pleaded, please, no matter what you do, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Let him come back to me safe. What a heart. What a dad. What a fatherly love. What a man that do not want to hold the past. What a guy that let go of the past. Well, unfortunately, like we say, when you plot evil, it will always boomerang. They didn't kill Absalom. He was trying to run and his head being very long, got hooked on a tree, and that's why he hung there. And someone went and told Job and they came and killed him. I just want to say that Absalom did not do right. And the next point we are saying, don't be an Absalom in your family. I read a portion of scriptures that say, maybe I'll just speak it. I think it's in Proverbs 11:29. Yes, it says, he that troubleth his own household shall inherit the win. If you trouble your own household, if you are listening to watching this video, you are a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, an in-law, or whatever, and you are that type that troubles the house, trouble the family, or you are at a job, you trouble your colleagues, you trouble the people in the little circle that God has made it possible for you to come together, it says you will inherit the win. That's what the scripture says. You will inherit the win. So, well, that's how it ended up with Absalom. He was running and his hair being long, got hooked in a tree, and then his rival came and killed him. Let's go back to Joseph, and end the story beautifully. Joseph had the opportunity that life will always come back, boomerang, or come back beautifully if you handle things rightly. The king had a dream, and then the colleague of Joseph who had left the prison now said, they say, we did not do right. There is a Hebrew guy in the prison who interpreted our dreams and it came to pass. Oh, king, this and this happened, and that guy, he's still in the prison and he can interpret your dream. Well, Joseph was brought out of the prison, and he interpreted the king's dream and gave the king an extra advice on what to do. And that's why Home and Beyond is here. We're here to tell you what people had gone through, what had happened, experiences that have been in the past, or some that are even happening right now, and advise you on what to do. So Joseph gave the Pharaoh advice and said, do like this, harvest and stock, harvest and stock. And well, the king said, who in this whole kingdom has this beautiful idea like you? From today, you are my assistant. You rule over the whole of Egypt. You rule in my name. And that was how his story of evil upon evil, negativity upon negativity, trial upon trial, challenges upon challenges came to an end. Well, the evil the brother did to them, like we say, will always boomerang. It happened that there was famine in his homeland, and the brothers came to buy food. Joseph saw his brother, but they could not recognize him in his new glory, in his new world, in his elevated, promoted position. They could not recognize him. And it happened that he had to reveal himself to his brothers. The ones that wanted to bury him alive in the pit, the ones that sold him, took his coat of many colors that he cherished so much and destroyed, killed an animal, put blood on it, and told the dad a lie that some animal had killed him. Lies upon lies upon lies to cover a lie. And the ones that sold him to a strange land, made him go through all the pains, separated him from his beloved father and his only direct brother, Benjamin. The ones that made him came to a home where he was being molested by the boss's wife. And in the effort of trying to escape, he was lied upon and put into prison. This whole thing came from his brothers. And Joseph saw them. And it tells us, the story says he could not hold his peace. He ran into the room and wept. I believe there was mixed emotion, trying to think of what they did to him and fighting it because he had already forgiven. But when you see people that have hurt you, when you come in contact with people that have hurt you, if you're not careful, that whole thing will want to rise up. But if you have been dealing with it, you will be able to kill it. You will not even be like, oh, you remember what you did to me? You will not even mention it, like Esau didn't even mention. Well, Joseph said, when they saw him, they were scared to death. And you remember Jacob, when he saw Esau, he was scared to death. But Joseph, in the effort of trying to, assure his brother of their safety, that they should not worry, nothing was going to happen to them, he had to say, hey, guys, you know what? Come and kiss me. He fell on their necks. He kissed them. He said, don't worry, I'm going to take care of you. Is my daddy alive? Is daddy alive? And he forgave. And they were happy. He helped them, blessed them, and finally brought all his family to come to be with him. But the most important part is their shock. They were, first of all, shocked to see that he was alive. And that's how, when you let go of past hurt, of what people have done to you, or what they plot against you, they will be shocked when they see that it didn't happen. Shocked to see that you are not just alive, you have changed status. You have changed status, you have changed position, you are in your new glory. They will be shocked to see that they are dependent on you. Their existence lies in your hands. And that is how sometimes life play out, to bring, when an evil that people do to you, to bring them to your doorstep, your I don't want to say your feet, to bring them to where they will be looking up to you because you let go. And today we are saying in Home and Beyond, the little ills, it is shocking how sometimes when we don't let go of those little ills, they can affect our beyond. The brothers did not let go for the fact that this guy had a dream, the dad loved him. I mean, it's hurting, but I think they should have tried to let go. Just say, well, that is an old man. People always, and sometimes even young parents go on to do things like that to show favoritism amongst children. So we want to say that let go. Let go is the watchword. Let go and let your future become what it has to be. Let go and experience your new horizon in your beyond. Don't take things from the work, from the school, from the home, from the job, from the academy, from the whatever, the community. And as you go on in life, don't carry them along. They will only bring you back to the doorsteps of the people that have hurt you, for you to be the one to beg from them. But if you let go, it will go the other way around. They will come back to ask for your mercy. All right. So with that said, I just want to believe that whatever part of the world you might be watching this, please take the story. Don't be an Absalom. Be a Joseph. Don't be someone that hold pains to revenge even on others' behalf. Be someone that forgive and let go and look for opportunity to help others. Forgive and look for opportunity to help others, like Joseph did, and he make other people happy. Even when you're going through pain, you can still purpose in your heart to make other people be happy. And that's exactly what Joseph did. And that was what landed him to his new position in life. So today we are saying, go out there and don't now speak to that situation. So we have talked about telling somebody, don't show favoritism and all that. Another point is speak to that situation. You rape, you abuse, you divorce, you blackmail, you bullying. That thing, not the person, the thing that they have done to you. So you will not become a wall to my world that is going to stop me in my beyond. I choose to trample on you. Now, are we saying that it's not painful? No. Are we saying that it's not heartbreaking? Heartbreaking? No. Are we saying that it's not something that can break, it's not discouraging? No. It's all that. And it has already happened. But hey, we are saying that, speak to it and say, I'm not going to let you, that this person did to me, stop me from becoming what I have to become in my beyond. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you stop me. I'm going to trample on you and move on and fight on in life, right? I said the other time there are, I think, 7 billion people, 7+ billion people on earth. Everybody is pressing on to the mark. You can't stay because somebody trampled on you in the press, in the course of the press. They trampled on you and you're like, oh yeah, this is where I'm going to end. I've reached my stop. No, you can't. You can't. It will be shocking, surprisingly and amazingly shocking to you to see how beautiful and how many open doors you have once you start trampling and doing all to thrive over that situation. You will be open to another beautiful world. And I say to close, as my closing note, be a Joseph, don't be an Absalom. God bless you, and please subscribe to this channel. I'm pleading with you to subscribe. Please do subscribe and share this video, comment, and let us know topics. If you don't have the opportunity to come share your story, let us know the topic that you want us to treat on. We'll get it and come share light on how you can overcome. With that, God bless you and stay blessed.
We give you praise. We bless.